Most people ruin tri-tip by under-seasoning it, overcooking it. It's sliced wrong. Here's the right way. We're going to fix all three. We've got you covered. We're going to show you how to make perfect tri-tip. So stick with me. I'll show you how to nail all three of these by the end. So this is our tri-tip here. Right? Now sometimes the tri-tip has a little extra piece over here, and it kind of those kind of get cut in a different direction. But this is about a 3 or 4 pound piece. It's about 1.5 to 2 inches thick, so it's not a giant tri-tip. So first thing we got to do is we got to season it. So we're going to season with our Muy Thai seasoning. Now we're going to season it heavily because this is a big piece of meat. So sometimes people just go sprinkle it on thinking it's like a steak. Think of it more like a roast. You need more seasoning on here. It can handle it. It's going to be able to stand up to the, the heat, the salt, the spices. It's going to be good, right? Then we have our horseradish sauce. So we're going to have a little bit of mayo and sour cream, jarred prepared horseradish. I mean, unless you eat horseradish every day or going to use a lot of it, I don't think there's any reason why you would need to grade your own horseradish unless you really want to. A little horseradish sauce, or excuse me, Worcestershire sauce, Liam Parents. And then we're going to use our Lucky Sunshine sauce here to heat it up a little bit, and that's going to be the awesome sauce. Like and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. We want to invite you back to our kitchen all the time to make good eats. If you care about doing tri-tip right, it comes down to 3 things: bold seasoning, proper doneness, and slicing against the grain. Respect those, and this cut shines. Watch this, and I'll walk you through each one. So first we're going to do the seasoning. We're going to go heavy, flavor all the way through because it's a stick. All right, so and then we're going to do this side. Now, see right here is where, see that little tendon right there? That's where that extra piece normally comes off, but we're not going to worry about that because we're going to cut against the grain here. So get that in there too, get that in there, and then we're gonna let this sit. We're gonna let this sit for a little bit. It's not gonna cure it, but it's just kind of like letting it soak in, kind of dry marinade, at least for an hour or so. There's no need to do it overnight or anything like that, I don't think. But just roll it around in there. Make sure you're seasoned up nicely, and get that little butt end. There it is. There you go. We're going to put that in the refrigerator. So you see this kind of C right here? See this C? The grain goes like this, right? So generally what people do is they just go cut right across. And then they're almost actually cutting, instead of against the grain, they're cutting with the grain. So when we cut into this, we're going to use the C part right here, this top part, next to the thick end, next to the thick butt end, and we're going to cut like this. And then that way we're cutting across the grains. They're going like that. So we're going to use this part right here as our guide. We're just going to start right there and go burp, 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 burp. It's going to be easy, tender, and delicious. Remember, Muy Thai seasoning. That's what you need. We're going to make our horseradish sauce. So we have a little bit of mayo, a little bit of sour cream. Think like a 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup of each. We're going to do I like heavy horseradish, so we're going to do it's maybe a 1.5 tablespoons. We're going to do, a good few dashes. What was that, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to go up because we like flavor. All right, and then we're going to add a little bit of our Lucky Sunshine sauce. We haven't released this yet. I'm still working on it. So maybe a little 1/2 tablespoon. All right, well, now we're going a full tablespoon. But this is going to be good. This is, the meat needs something strong. So and this is really creamy. So I think this is mainly mayo and this is mainly sour cream. So a little bit of that, and that's it. Now, if you wanted to add some black pepper, you could do that. If you wanted to add some like chives or dill, you could do that. You want to add some Cajun seasoning, but I suspect that this is pretty good. A few more dashes of Worcestershire because I feel like it needs a little bit of more of that savoriness. But this is all up to you. You know, this doesn't have to be how I'm doing it. It just has to taste good. So if you want less horseradish, you want less hot sauce, go for it. If you like sweeter, add a little honey. Go for it. No big deal here. No problem. Let me taste it one more time. Because I love horseradish sauce. Horsey sauce. So here is our 2.5 pound tri-tip that was seasoned with our Muy Thai. All over. We let it sit for about an hour or so. And then I let it sit on the counter to warm up so it's not totally chilled. We're going to sear it in our cast iron pan here with some avocado oil. Right, avocado oil. It's got high heat. We got a pretty medium high heat pan. And I'm going to put quite a bit in here because it's a big piece of meat. Get into here. So there it is. We're cooking now. All right. We're going to let it sit, we're going to let it sear, and we're going to get color on it. Then we're going to flip it, and we're going to put it in the oven. Going to let it cook to 130 to 135 degrees. We're going to pull it and let it finish to like 135 to 140, so we're looking for medium rare. If you want rare, you're going to do pull it a little earlier, like 125, 120. Medium 140 to 145, but all that information is going to be in the description and on the blog on the website, so you can follow those directions. So we're going to flip it here. We have some color on there. Gonna roll that pan around a little bit so we get some oil on that side, and it starts searing. We're going to keep going. So then we're going to give it a little sear that side. Right? Make sure we get some color on there. Get that side. So problem one is fixed. It's seasoned well. It's seared well. It's in a cast iron pan. So we got the outer flavor going on. Now we're going to go for internal temp. And this is where juiciness comes in. So we're going to see where it goes. So we're looking at, was it there? Is it doing? No, it's 125. All right, so we're at the rare, we're at the kind of rare stage. So we're going to let it go a little longer. Let's give it one more look just to make sure. Yeah, so it's always good to give it a couple of different pokes, because like where I was obviously cooked a little more. Maybe I was too far in. I was closer to the other side, so I came in from the side here to check this way. So we're looking at 125. So we're still pretty rare, which is what I figured. So this was 20 minutes. We're gonna put it in for 5 more minutes. Take a temp. We should be getting close. We'll flip over. We're gonna give it another temp. See what's going on here. Try to get in the middle. We're gonna go back in for 5 more minutes, it looks like. This is why we keep testing it, to make sure that we're not missing stuff. I'm feeling like we're gonna be ready here. I'm feeling like we're ready. So we're looking for 130 to 135. I'll turn it around. We're gonna go in the middle, because that's where it belongs. Okay, we're almost to 130, so we're almost there. So I'm just gonna let it rest in the pan. Decided we're so close to this that it's like just a little bit more warmth in it is gonna be good. So I'll leave it in here for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna pull it out, put it on the cutting board, and let it rest for another 10. And then we're gonna slice into it. So issue number 2. Fix number 2. temp it correctly. Next fix, slice it correctly. I'm gonna pull this out, put it on a little cutting board here. We're gonna slice it up in a minute. But right here, we got these pan drippings. What are we gonna do with that? Well, we're gonna turn this on and we're gonna get some magic going. And we're gonna saute up some shallots and mushrooms. So we're gonna have this awesome pan sauce, and I got some chicken stock, and we're just gonna go with it. I think there's probably enough seasoning in here to season everything up, but we might add a little salt just in case. A little splash of some tarragon white wine vinegar. This is gonna brighten it up a little bit, so we got a bunch of cool stuff going on here. All right, so as this pan heats up, I'll come back when we start sauteing. All right, see what's going on here? We got some pan drippings warmed up. And we're gonna put our shallots in. Start cooking those up. Get that going. Break them up. So I just took a shallot, peeled it, sliced it up kind of thin. You know, I didn't go all the way like dice it. You don't need to. Like you can, but sometimes it's just about doing something a little fun. Just like, why waste these pan juices? That sounds like a mistake. That is a mistake indeed. So, you know, this is a little bonus track, right? This got the little bonus track here. It's gonna be like a turntable. Bonus track with the cast iron skillet bonus track remix. Awesome. Alright, so those are looking good. Well, now we're going to put these mushrooms in. Put those all around. So we got some creminis and some oyster mushrooms. Yeah, I'm just going to saute those up. Let's let it go. Going to let it go for a minute, and then we're going to add our chicken stock once they're kind of done, and then we're gonna add in a splash of that vinegar, maybe a pinch of salt, to make sure everything is tasty and delicious. All right. So there's our mushrooms going on, mushroom remix. Turn it up. Got a hot pan. We're gonna turn it down a little bit. We're gonna put in some of our cold chicken stock. We're just putting in cold chicken stock. It's gonna melt real quick, so don't get worried here. Just stir it in. Warm it through, maybe reduce it a little bit so it gets a little glazy. There's plenty of seasoning in the pan still. We're gonna do a little splash of vinegar, and then we're gonna reduce this slightly because we want it to be kind of like, it's like a little splash. So just let it keep cooking. Gonna reduce it down, and then we're gonna slice up that goodness. So here's fix number 3. It's all about how you slice it. Now, see, the grains are going along like this, so like, so we need to cut across that for it to work. All right. So remember I was talking about that little C right there? We're gonna use that, and that's gonna bring us. We want to cut right across. Make sure we're doing it right, because if we don't, then we're kind of missing it. We don't want to miss it. We're going to go right there. We're going for it. There we're in. Then we're going to get our nice, juicy meat. Now it might have gone up to a little, it's, you know, it's a lean meat, so it's got to be juicy. If you're overcooking it, like, that's no good. We don't want that. So then we want to go thin. So make sure you cut it thin. It might have gone up to a little medium, so maybe leaving it in that pan for a minute wasn't the best choice, but we're medium, which is still fine, still pink. Down toward this little tail, it's going to be more medium well. Right, because it's smaller, it's going to cook quicker. So that's the cool thing about this as well. It's like you got You got the rare, we got the medium rare over here probably. You got medium and you got little mid well. All right. And that's not tough. That's delicious. Holy moly. All right, we're gonna get to plating here now. We're gonna plate this sucker up. I'm bringing in the mushroom remix. Boo, boo, boo. Look, this isn't about, like, I'm not trying to make this look perfect. Like, it doesn't, like, fussing over little stuff. Like, as long as the mushrooms are cut the right size, you're good to go. As long as you cut the meat, season it properly, cook it to the proper temp, you're good to go. Alright? Should get all that out of there. So we got all the mushrooms, and then we're gonna put a little horseradish sauce over the top. And you're good to go. Like, that's dinner. That's tri-tip in under an hour. What do y'all think about that? I think it's delicious. I'm gonna be eating that for dinner. All right, thank you guys. Y'all have a great day. There'll be links in the description to a blog about this, and then all the instructions will also be in the description. So have a great day. Bye.